guests on Keel heard via the Jack Spring Electric Keel Newsmaker hotline. Our latest guest is political analyst Dr. Jeff Sadow. Hey, Dr. Jeff, welcome back to Keel. Okay, let's start with the debate last night.
A sheep show, wasn't it?
I said right at the end of last hour, I said, did any two people see the same thing? I'm not sure. What did you see?
Well, I thought I was tuning into a debate in Cleveland, Ohio. Instead, more appropriately, Cincinnati, the home of Jerry Springer.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably the most interesting, atypical debate we've ever seen between major party presidential candidates.
Well, let's try this then. Did either of them, given the fact that it seemed, well, a two-parter, let me back up. Do you think that it got out of control on purpose, i.e. from Trump's point of view, and do you think either of the candidates were hurt by anything that happened on stage last night?
I think what Trump was trying to do was what Biden did to Paul Ryan in the 2012 vice presidential debates, where Biden just kept stepping on all of Ryan's lines. He got it given to him last night. Trump was stepping on all of Biden's, and I do think it was intentional to show that Biden is maybe a little confused, let's say, when you get into situations like that. It's hard as far as people that are well versed about the campaigns and politics and what's going on. It's sometimes kind of hard to judge what a casual viewer might think. But I suspect that if you're a casual viewer, that you're supposed to be interested in the election. You did this to try to get some information, and I think probably it worked out more to Trump's advantage.
So if you had to pick a winner, if we even said was there a winner, you would lean toward Trump?
Well, it kind of depends again on our expectations. Expectations for Biden were very low, I think, going into this. And he didn't completely melt down on stage, so in that sense, you'd have to consider that a win for Biden. At the same time, Trump, even though he didn't go into much detail about issues, he did talk about them somewhat. Biden spent just about all his time attacking Trump or trying to fend off of Trump attacks. So if you're looking at issues, and really the only issues that Biden addressed came across as this is going to cost a lot more money and taxes are going to go up a lot to do this. If you're looking at it from that perspective, very simple rendering of the issues, I think Trump would have won on that.
I think if you read a lot of media, a lot of analysis this morning, folks on both sides of the political coin are saying the real loser last night was Chris Wallace. What did you think?
Well, I think anybody would have had a difficult time in that kind of environment. Wallace has demonstrated a little antipathy towards the president in the past. There have been somewhat of a rocky relationship between the two, it might have affected the debate a little bit, but it would have been hard to control for any moderator in that situation, so I don't blame him a whole lot.
My sense was that his major flaw last evening, and I want to know what you think about this. Obviously, my thought on Wallace was not that he sort of lost control of things, but that every time that Biden seemed to stumble or be lost or be searching for an answer, he would jump in and almost answer for him. Did you sense that?
I think we saw that a couple of times, and in some ways Trump himself, I guess you could say, rescued Biden a couple of times when it seemed like, especially towards the end of the debate, that Biden was going to kind of go off into some unintelligible something that Trump and his enthusiasm has just jumped right in and kind of saved him at that point.
Okay, let me ask you, what format would work between these two that would benefit me, the voter? Is there a format that would be not nonsensical, I guess would be the word I'd use?
Well, you'd have to not allow any byplay between the candidates. You'd have to just strictly have them answer questions and not be able to say anything to each other. That's about the only way that would work, and I don't know that would give us a whole lot of information either, because candidates could then stay very scripted or ignore certain things, and so I'm not sure what's going to work any better.
Does Biden show up for the next two?
I don't know. Good question. There may be some excuses rolled out for him. That's something like someone on his staff has the virus, and so he can't be in public, et cetera, et cetera. But certainly, again, he didn't seem completely and entirely confused. So that may be something they just want to just cut their losses with and find an excuse not to have him show up for the next couple.